Hi, I'm Julia, and this is my presentation on period poverty in Namibia. So first, what is period poverty? Period poverty is a lack of access to sanitary products, menstrual hygiene education, toilets, hand washing facilities, and/or waste management. So, girls who are on their periods, who struggle with period poverty, have to skip school, and a lack of education can lead to anything from malnutrition to child marriage. The reason they have to skip school is because they often have to resort to using dangerous products to manage their periods that don't help keep it under control. That can be anything from newspaper, socks, toilet paper, torn up diapers, old rags, or plastic bags, as shown in this graphic. So, how does it affect Namibia specifically? On days that they're menstruating, girls often have to skip school. Some choose to get birth control injections, but that is not really supposed to be used for managing periods and can have very adverse effects on girls who are using them for at very young ages. Some can struggle to get pregnant later in life. The girl in these pictures on the left is Anna, and she's from Windhoek, the capital of Namibia. She's 17, but she has to use her old clothes that she's ripped up to manage her periods. And when she runs out of these old t shirts, then she just has to stay home. In some of the articles I read, they tried to get comments from government ministers, but they always refuse to comment and neglect to talk about the problem. And then another Namibian girl said that dating older, richer men is a solution because then they'll get money and be able to buy period products. How does this relate to geography? This population pyramid shows us that Namibia's population has um, an age structure that is high in young girls and is going to keep growing, as you can see on the um, side in the red. A significant part of this population is the 10 to 19-year-old range, and this is when girls are likely to start their period and also when they really need to be going to school. So, the age structure additionally shows us that this is not going to be a problem that's going to go away. The population momentum here means that all these girls that are 4 to 9 are going to be 10 to 19 in the coming years, and thus this is going to be a problem for them as well, unless it's addressed. An additional geographical connection is with the Human Development Index, which measures certain indicators that define development, one being knowledge. Knowledge includes expected years of schooling and mean years of schooling. So, period poverty affects the HDIN development because girls miss out on vital days in school. This results in a lack of education and a stigma towards periods because they have to miss school. While Namibia's HDI has consistently risen, girls are still missing school days, which makes them more likely to drop out. So, even though the total number of school years they're attending is consistently rising, they're still missing weeks out of every single month, and that is not helpful or good to them being educated and often makes them more likely to not continue because they have to miss so often. So, what can be done about this? So, first, get rid of the pink tax. This is a tax that's often put on products for women in lots of different countries, but in Namibia specifically, it makes period products really expensive and makes women have to decide between managing their periods or buying food for their families. Also, education needs the stigma needs to be reduced. People need to know about periods and talk about them. Access to menstrual cups and reusable clean cloth pads is also can help reduce period poverty. Menstrual cups are reusable for up to 10 years and are much easier to clean. Um, they only need a small amount of water in relation to the cloth pads. And then finally, it's not just a woman's conversation. It needs to be talked about by men, and men need to be educated about it too. So that's really important if we want period poverty to end. The bottom line of this whole thing is that girls deserve to be in school and to be healthy. Periods happen to over half the population, and geography affects period poverty. So if we want it to end, we have to talk about it. And here are my sources. Thank you.